You can hear Pastor Clement.
God bless you, man of God.
Amen, amen.
I like the idea.
Commander, you are the host.
The Son of Man ends. The ministry of the Son of Man always ends with a resurrection and an earthquake.
Yeah.
We're saying something in that line, Pastor.
So I think that's where we are. Because don't forget that when Jesus died on the cross, the Bible says bodies of the Old Testament saints came up and appeared in the city after his resurrection. And they walked there.
Yes.
And that was a sign that another world was down here. Just like what you are saying now, like the UFOs now. And the Americans don't know, and they are shooting and asking, tell us we have another world there. We have life there. We have human beings there.
Yeah.
Because they are seeing objects that are moving very fast, beings that cannot be touched, cannot be caught. So they are left wondering. So that's beyond their dimension now.
Yes.
Just like those angels went to Sodom. You know, the Sodomites were not aware. They only thought they are human beings.
Reason why they were asking them to be their women, to take them as women.
Yeah.
You know, having no spiritual sight is a dangerous thing.
Yeah. And don't forget now, us being influenced with the angelic world, our angels are beholding our Father's face.
Mm-hmm.
The angels of these little ones here. What are those angels? Our theophanies.
Yes.
That shows right where we are, there's another unseen influence from an unseen world.
Yes.
And we are trying to align with them.
Amen.
And you know, to every action, there is a reaction. That means as the Spirit is raising a higher standard, then the world is sliding into more judgment.
Which we have just witnessed here. COVID-19 is just a good example of that.
Yeah, COVID-19 has just taught the scientists, the people who call the astrologers, the astronauts, the military, the big people that all of them are running for refuge.
No one is in the lab right now.
And they are saying it is a very small virus. You can't even see unless using a powerful microscope. But it's sending everybody.
Yes, that's true. That's true, Pastor.
So now all their military equipment, nobody's talking about them now. We don't have a conference on nuclear arms.
So imagine the wrong that is there now. Go and say blockbusters.
A small virus has grounded all airlines.
Yeah.
Correct. Very true.
Now you can't even talk about submarines now. You can't talk about warplanes now because a strange enemy has appeared that is conquering both the West and the East.
You can't fight him with the weapons.
It can be
fought
with
all the technology weapons there. They can't fight this enemy.
And people fear it so much that they have to put on special clothing for them to approach that virus.
And they can't see.
They have to cover their faces, they have to cover their bodies, and they have to cover their feet.
And they can't see where it is.
And they can't see
where it is.
So this means even it is possible I can even cover myself when it's not even there. Because I am already being tormented by my own imaginations.
It's possible.
Patience, yes.
Pastor, I'm also saying, Pastor.
Yeah.
I'm also saying that I'm also concerned about the amount of money that will be used to service the already grounded aeroplanes when times comes back to normal, because they'll have to be serviced so that they can then go back in the air. So there will be a lot of expenditure and unnecessary expenditure to get those aeroplanes back to the air again. Servicing them, spending money to do that.
Yeah, already now, governments now are actually, many governments now are preparing to pump money into the airlines now. Because if they don't do that, it's gone.
Yeah.
So as you are saying, a lot of money will be pumped into that.
Exactly. Correct.
So some source has to be there to give out that money, because where does it come from?
The source is you do away with all rich people in the country using corona as they're doing, then you get their money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now they are scared.
That's what they are doing in Italy, because the concentration now is because the younger age. But the tycoon, like the one who fell from the roof, his family went with the corona. He didn't see them, but he's the richest guy in Italy. So he had to jump. In the face of the police, they were expecting him, just waiting for him to fall down. After he fell down, they just protected him.
Yes, so because I had syringe, I had ambulances. There were noises of ambulance, so they were expecting him to jump. Yes.
No, so in other words, the economy of the world, because even some of those countries that have grounded their planes, will they really survive? Will they be able to bring them up again? Because all the resources now are being spent on.
Already.
And it's like that virus is taking all the money.
No, some already have set aside money. Some already have set aside money for that. They know very well it has to happen at one point.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely they will look for
But those
money
ones now will have no.
get them back, get the aeroplanes back on the air. The money has to be spent to service. You know they will have taken like 2 months without going up. So some budget must be made. Maybe in a very urgent way to ensure that they are serviced and they are back in the air again. So that has to happen. We don't know when, of course.
Yeah, could it be that this kind of economy or this kind of economy is being changed forever?
Of course, the economy of the world will never be the same again. It won't be the same again.
They are talking of a new world order, probably.
Yeah.
Yes. So we expect changes. Even the way people perceive the rich countries, the way they have seen they are struggling just like us. So the way we perceive them is starting to change now. We can see they are really crying, and you can see they are desperate, just like anybody else, which we never expected. We would see countries like US, Italy, Germany. You see their citizens really desperate and uncertain, just like any other poor country. So I think the perception that we have had of rich countries, the G7 and such, we will start seeing them like similar to us. It's only that they are richer, but there are some factors that can make us be the same, particularly when it comes to the threat of your life. Nobody is safe now. So I believe this is the direction that probably we will be going. Going forward, there will be that new perception, that anybody can be under threat, and we all can feel. You can see they are fearing. If you look at the president of US, if you look at him in at Al Jazeera or CNN, you can see he is really panicking.
Yes.
Something that we have never seen before.
Yes,
Yeah.
He is really panicking.
Of course, the funny part is you might find also the Vatican has a secret hand in the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the funny part right now, you find US wants to assist Iran, and Iran is against that. So you are wondering, first of all, can they help themselves because they got to help the outside world? Why do they want to help the outside world? And they are dying.
Yes. Yeah.
So it may be another hand also secretly hiding somewhere.
Yes, they also wanted to help North Korea. I think sometimes last week or the week before, I heard Trump talking of assisting North Korea. So why do they want to help those countries like North Korea, while themselves they are talking of recession? Why do they want to help Iran, why they themselves they are in recession? So there could be a hand in the Vatican.
It may be a strategy of the. It may be a strategy of the Vatican somehow also involved. Because if you see mostly the countries affected, we have countries like, for example, which are not in the European Union,
Yes.
apart from the UK, but all other countries in the European Union which are really affected. And the
Correct.
major economies of Europe, Germany, France, Italy,
Yeah.
they're the
Spain.
most ones which are a hit.
Mm.
And you know, the funny part is the Vatican sometimes they may look as though they look as though they are not for they are trying to fight like the element of, for example, like abortion. When they come out, they'll tell you we are against it. But when you
Yes.
go to their own history, the things they are doing, then you wonder. But outside, they'll show a face, no, we are against abortion. But now, what
It's true.
the bishops and the nuns are doing is the opposite of what they are talking.
Yeah. Correct.
Very true.
The devil is
Here maybe you see, like after the Second World War, there was an economic dive. I think it was a recession,
Uh-huh.
and you know what came to help that during that time. Europe actually went down, and what helped Europe was America. But during that time, already the Vatican was controlling America. So maybe also on another maybe a similar thing like that now as well. Because America, of course, you know, there's just a figurehead of the Vatican. And the Vatican has all the money.
Yeah, because right now the Federal Reserve of America, but what the Americans own, that's the structure of the building. But Woodrow Wilson, with the Pope who was there then, agreed. They made a contract. They will have a type of which they would call this dollar. And in that money, I pay a fee to use it. And it will be put in their name. But the money is not theirs. You see? So when you say United States dollar, to America is just a borrowed term. But the money, it belongs to these guys.
Yeah.
Where they got the money from the 1400s, when they were when the world was going bust, accumulating all that money. And the Bank of England, well, does not belong to the British. So you are looking at this Europe and America already subjected to this. Those are the highest economies. Which may possibly make me think also that the euro and the pound also belongs to. So it's just getting to a point whereby all the nations will say, we have failed. We need some help somewhere. Because look at America. it is settled with a 23 trillion overdraft. Debts which have to be paid in 40. But they are settled with that. And they've tried passing it to China to say you caused the virus. Let's go to court for a 21 trillion. But they don't win it.
Yeah.
What will happen? Vatican will not leave their proxy going down. Because in the world health, in the world economy, that IMF and whatever, they are hidden there in the percentage that are being controlled by America. But if you really want to look at it, it's not America. It's the Vatican's money. So that they can dictate terms that are going in the world.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, this recession now, I'm seeing the Pope now getting on top. Like the brothers were saying, high expenses have been ignited here. The operations of, it's not to say they will fail to put in the money. They have the money. Because look at what they, just to a football player, a week they pay him £1 million, which means they look at play.
Yeah.
But that man being wearied by this disease coming, wearied by this disease is coming. Until now, they'll say, now we don't have. So the pandemics will continue hitting and hitting. Right now, we speak of COVID-19. We don't know what is in store coming again.
Yeah.
You see? And, when those things now come like the pangs of a woman expecting, we come back to what you have said now. Submarines cannot help here. Scud missiles cannot help here. Scientists,
nobody's talking about them now.
You see, so I'm really seeing the Vatican getting on top of things now.
Yeah.
I expected the world to be under one denominator.
Yes.
Everyone else, they will fail. Like here in Zimbabwe, it's just a question of time. If Vatican comes here and say, we want to revive your economy, do you think anyone will stand in front of the Vatican to say you are the beast?
No. They'll be celebrating. Who is like the beast and who can make war with him?
Yeah. You see, having over 95% unemployment. You can imagine those things. Yeah. Right now, living hand to mouth, because a lockdown becomes a very stupid idea for us here. Because we have locked in our lives, but we must tell cell phone there in order to come and buy bread.
We have joined you partially.
Because we have no salaries to earn.
We have joined you partially already.
Guys, that one is a very difficult step, I must say. That one is a very difficult step. You can't plan because you don't know what the world will be like tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. We just have to live with what's there. So imagine, burdened as we are, because we have tried our politics, it can't work. Our Minister of has been to every block. It can't. Then when this bachelor just comes and says, Zimbabwe, you need 70 billion, here it is. I tell you.
It's not only Zimbabwe now. All countries now, as we are talking now, here are grounded airlines.
Yeah.
We need revival, servicing of the aircraft to get them into operation. Where do they get the money? Maybe Vatican comes in slightly hiding under World Bank and somewhere hiding under IMF.
Yes.
Because China will tell them you have to pay, but these ones here are sort of like lending or giving, but subtly.
Yes. Just what they are now doing in the World Health Organization. It's all the Vatican's money.
Yes.
It's all the Vatican's money.
And this issue of the Chinese now asking Christians to call the president, to worship their president, what does it mean?
To?
The Chinese.
Yeah.
They have asked all Christians, everyone, to remove all the portraits of Jesus Christ and replace them with the ones of the president.
So that one automatically puts them at war with the West now.
The West.
Yeah, because the West is controlled by Vatican now.
Yeah.
So they'll have now, I say now, this man is an antichrist. So they're the real antichrist.
Yeah, I think China is already in a judgment mode. No matter how much they are hit, they chew their jaws, they beat their bottom mouth, and still blaspheme on God. You see? And still blaspheme on God. You can see they are in that judgment mode and they are just sliding deeper into it. You see? They may have crossed the line somehow. Only a few believers who are there.
Yeah.
You see, because these ones they have proved they have nothing to do with God. Yeah. But Italy just was saying they were writing a new Bible. They were saying they were Colossians. So the Bible that is suitable to everyone. And before they've even celebrated its success, look at what has happened. They've had to come into this to pray. The minister comes on. He says, we've fumigated the roads, the houses, every. It's not working out. We only look up to the sky. This is what they say. And this Pope from Norway, he comes thinking, we have marginalized blacks for a very long time, since the slavery and all that. Why do we go and bend before the blacks? And he makes a shooting, kissing the feet of the black people. For the first time, the world is beginning to realize that they've suppressed the black.
It's true.
We went on top of the situation. But wars weakened the black until we have become a subservient group. But during
How many minutes?
Okay, fine.
6 minutes. So I just wanted, Pastor, I just wanted to add a comment. To say that what the pastor from Zimbabwe is saying, Vatican coming in, is definitely going to look like this is the likely situation that is going to happen, because right now what we are seeing is the economies are very much affected. The companies are doing badly. The production come down, and therefore when we get into this this downturn of the economy, what will happen is the companies are going to start going bankrupt. Even the governments are going to, get less and less taxes. So the only people who will be having cash, is people like the Vatican, because them they don't have really much to spend. So at the end of the day, we are getting out of this recession, this pandemic situation. But you see that Vatican will be, maybe as the pastor is saying, either through IMF or through World Bank, they will be coming in with to try and revive the economies of the world, and through that they'll be able to take over. They'll be able to have control, and as we get out of the recession, we will now be thanking them for having gotten us out of a crisis. So I know it looks like it is a stage set for Vatican to start coming in slowly through this kind of situation that has come in. I don't know whether that's correct.
Of course, that is true, because if you see now, like China, they have been so much instrumental in development in Africa. But the loans they are giving to Africans, they are overcharging them. Now they are in a problem. The West, all right, they give good loans. But the West, who is behind the West? It is Vatican.
Yeah.
So that's where people are going to run. Vatican. And in running to there, they will end up being servants of the Vatican now.
Yes, correct.
And how will the Vatican get the data of every individual? Because how will Vatican get the data of every person?
As we are talking now, why are they issuing these new passports? These passports is to enable them to know your details wherever you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, most any country, they feed in their computer, they have all your details.
Yes. The Vatican always operates through a proxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
The vehicle operates already with IMF.
Yes.
Bank.
Yes.
And to a certain extent, it can also give to countries where control, like America, like Europe, begin to be extending like help to their former colonies. But private leaders, they are told, this space, this bag, we got it from so and so. Yeah, do you want them? Because you are hungry, you quickly sign and say, give me the money.
Yeah.
Because now the Egypt affair is going to be doing in a lot of states. The political organizations in those countries are failing.
Yeah.
So this
there will be the savior at that time,
Yes.
There will be the savior of the nations now.
Through a proxy.
You see, because ourselves, we had said away with the US dollar. But just COVID-19, we've gone back to the US dollar again.
Okay.
We've gone back to the US dollar again. Then we said, how about all the points you were telling us?
And can we say that COVID-19 is uniting the nations?
is uniting the nations.
Somehow, yeah.
Yes.
You see, because the $500 million which is being given to countries, where's that money coming from? If we say from Bill Gates, where is he getting the money